guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below as well as the little bell so you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. So I am back today with another feminine talk health hygiene video. Today we're going to talk about yeast infections. We're going to talk about them a little bit more in depth, and then we're also going to talk about some products that can get rid of yeast infections. That is what we're going to talk about today. So without further ado, let's just jump straight in, everyone. Okay, so yeast infections are common. You can get yeast infections from a number of reasons. Your V, ladies, is a very sensitive area, okay? So you have good bacteria that lives in the V, and it is supposed to always be a acidic environment. So anything that can disrupt your pH balance, whether it's antibiotics, whether it's a lot of highly fragranced feminine wipes and washes, or anything, honestly, anything can kind of disrupt that vaginal pH balance, just making you prone to yeast infections. So yeast infections are honestly easily diagnosable. Even without having to go to the doctor, you would be experiencing some intense itching, probably a little bit of like inflammation of the vulva, some discharge, like thick white discharge. Like, I know it sounds gross, you guys, but if you've had a yeast infection, then you know. So yeah, it's easily diagnosable, and all of these symptoms are just because your vaginal pH is now off balance, and that good bacteria, that good yeast that is living in your V region is now disrupted. And like I said, yeast infections are common, and most of the time women at some point in their lifetime will have experienced 1, 2, maybe even 3 episodes of having a yeast infection. Certain conditions or certain risk factors, I would say, just cause women to be more prone to experiencing yeast infections. So if you are taking a lot of antibiotics, if you're pregnant, increased estrogen levels, increased sexual partners, all of those things just make you more prone to developing yeast infections. So the products I want to share with you guys today are products that you could use that could get rid of yeast infections. So you guys know anything that I share with you guys has gone through the J test before it makes it to my channel. So yes, let's go ahead and get into it. And so the next product that I want to talk to you guys about, I've talked about multiple times on my channel, and if you guys have not heard about it, then definitely check out the other videos that I have shared, the Boric Life. Okay, so Boric Life covers a whole slew of vaginal health issues, and it helps to cure, prevent, and also maintain vaginal health. So if you're suffering from anything such as vaginal dryness, odor, yeast infections, anything of that nature, then Boric Life is definitely something that you should be using. You can use it to cure those conditions. You can use it to treat those conditions. You can use it to even prevent those conditions. If you're feeling just a little bit out of whack in the V area, then you could also just start using the Boric Life. You can test your vaginal pH using the pH test strips. I talked about those in one of my other videos. And if you are noticing that your pH is a little bit off balance, then at that point you will probably want to start using the Boric Life and make sure that you don't start developing, bacterial vaginosis, a yeast infection, or anything like that. So each Boric Life capsule is a vaginal suppository, and I've shared that before in my other videos, and I always like to stress that these are vaginal suppositories. So when I say vaginal suppositories, you will actually use these little suppository applicators, and each one comes individually wrapped as such, and you just slide the little, I'm not going to open this, of course. You'll slide the little capsule in here, and when you're ready, you just insert it, and then you push this up from here, and the little capsule will stay inside your V area. So these are recommended to use 1 capsule every night, preferably for 7 days. And I say at night because as it's kind of dissolving and, you know, working on whatever issue you may be experiencing, it's just better to use it at night, you know, when you're at home, laying down, not out doing a whole lot of activities, because it can start causing an increase in some watery discharge, and that's because it is curing that condition that you might be dealing with, and you just don't want to be out and about and just feeling kind of, you know, gross in that area. So it's best to use these at night. And I always just like to stress that they are vaginal suppositories. You do not swallow these. They're intended to go in the V, and they are dissolved by the vaginal wall. The product that I want to talk to you guys about is called Feminine Balance Complex. So probiotics are really useful and helpful in establishing and maintaining good bacteria in the V region, as well as also in the gut as well. So good bacteria in the V, since this is exactly what we're talking about, is helpful in preventing UTIs, bacterial vaginosis, as well as yeast infections. So multiple studies have been done with the use of probiotics, specifically FBC, which Feminine Balance Complex. From here on out, you guys will hear me refer it to as FBC. So in one study, 42 women alone were just taking probiotics, and that was enough to not only cure them of their bacterial vaginosis, but also maintain a healthy balance of the good bacteria in the V region. So FBC contains actual probiotics. It contains antimicrobial herbs. It also contains immune boosters. So all of that in conjunction with one another is what helps to maintain a healthy vaginal pH and just help support a natural vaginal area. So many of the herbs in here, such as caprylic acid, have actually been used for centuries, and so this particular probiotic brand is actually trusted and used more than some of the other probiotic brands that you guys may have seen out on the market. Each ingredient in this brand is actually specifically designed and optimized for women to specifically help and enhance vaginal health. And so when we're talking about restoring and enhancing vaginal health, we're talking about FBC is going to help restore a vaginal pH balance, restoring and maintaining that vaginal lubrication, because you don't want to suffer from vaginal dryness. That's a problem in and of itself. And then also reducing feminine odor as well, because that would be a problem as well. So all you have to do with the FBC is just take 2 capsules daily, preferably with meals, and you are good to go. Let the little bacteria do their thing, and you are squared away. So Feminine Balance Complex does offer a 100% money back guarantee. So they call that the it works or it's free policy, which I think is always wonderful. And I also will have the link below in the description box, not just for the FBC, but the Boric Life as well. So when you click the link, you can also get 20% off of your purchase. So that is not only prevention, but also maintenance of vaginal health using probiotics, which I think is a really great concept and not a lot of individuals talk about the use of probiotics. I know I have gone to the doctor many times, and then also not only being a nurse, but also being a grad student, a lot of times probiotics are not mentioned. So the use and incorporation of probiotics for overall health, gut health, vaginal health is great. And so like I've said, when anything starts to affect your vaginal health or your vaginal pH, you will become prone to bacterial vaginosis, itching, irritation, yeast infections, or any of the like. And so these products, whether it's treatment, curing, prevention through the Boric Life, or just the prevention and maintenance through the probiotics, these products are very, very helpful because you want to keep the V happy and healthy. You don't want these problems affecting your overall quality of life, because they can be problematic. And for some women, unfortunately, once they start to get yeast infections, they can almost become recurrent, and that can be an issue. So it's really good to stay on top of vaginal health and vaginal pH. And I know a lot of women may find it embarrassing to talk about, so that's why I like to share these products that you can find without even having to go to the doctor and be embarrassed to tell them your symptoms, have those gynecological exams. But I do like to always stress that if you are having increased pain, inflammation, blood, anything like that that is completely out of the ordinary, definitely always see your provider. These types of products are also just meant to be preventative measures as well as treatment measures as well. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys will find these products helpful, as I have as well. So like I said, link in the description box will provide you 20% off if you are interested, if you want to start a preventative treatment plan for your V. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next feminine health video. Bye guys.